in, shake it all up. My moves make them run them up. I'm lit so you know what's up. I got the party going up. A champ with the crown is here. I'ma win anywhere. Hey, so shake it like you don't care. I shake it up everywhere. And I can bake cakes by the pound. Blow the whistle cause I love that sound. And we can just keep going round. I'm ready for another round. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that. Go ahead, touch down like that.
DA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The first quarter of the season already in the rearview mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing, Bridgewater. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. Oh, what a juke into space. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Brady took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd and 8.
Play action. Now it's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bucs are just an extra point away from grabbing the lead now. Matt Gay on for the extra point. He's got it, and they take the lead at 7-6.
Makes the score Buccaneers 7, Panthers 6. Bradley Pinion the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Bridgewater on first down. He's going to look deep for more. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore. And now it's 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 10.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game. But this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The intended target was Chris Godwin, and it's 2nd down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Tom Brady with 2 first-quarter touchdown passes as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to it. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted. How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. .54 yards on the punt there, 15 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's caught by Mike Evans. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
It's a
good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, it's Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
After one, 14-6 our score on EA Sports.
14, Panthers 6.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake. Brady looking for the end zone. Godwin's got it. Touchdown Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Panthers 6. Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The escapability in evidence there is that one good for 15 and a first.
The best quarterbacks that ever played the game all wanted to blend in with their teammates and be one of the guys. But sometimes you got to take modesty and put it aside. You're the franchise quarterback, the face of the team, and the guy that leads them to victory. You have to get down and protect yourself and not take hits like that.
First down, Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
36-yard line.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And that will be incomplete.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
27-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown.
Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. So they will set up shop. Excellent field position in the red zone at the 19-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Christian McCaffrey.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
At the 16-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. So tried to throw it in for 2 points, but the D got home, brought him down.
Yeah, got home, which means there had to be good coverage. Just had nowhere to go with the ball. Typically, you try and throw quick hitters, quick slants, maybe even a quick fade. Nothing was open. He ends up getting sacked.
Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. Open man is Howard, the tight end.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Brady. The quick slant caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off with great anticipation. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 40. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Pick there by Nick Nelson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning them into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it.
And Brady going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Trey Boston, and they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
At the 42-yard line.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Intended for DJ.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. It's a 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Flush to his right. And his throw is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, Defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of him, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, the first two drives yielded touchdowns, so there's no reason for them to feel like they have to pull back on the reins. They pushed it downfield, looking for another one right there. Didn't get it, but we know they're going to continue to be bold.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And the return will stop right around the 25. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Looking downfield for Godwin. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He was looking for Chris Godwin that time, but it'll be second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
They're targeting Godwin once more, this time complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. This is caught. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And he's got his tight end, Howard. It's a Buccaneer touchdown. The 4th touchdown pass of the game for Tom Brady. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead.
You get down near the goal line, this is where having a sure-handed tight end becomes a luxury. And it pays off big time, especially when the defense sells out against the run. He finds himself open for an easy touchdown.
And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Buccaneers 28. Panthers 12. Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs with a lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
Ronald Jones.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. They got to get to the 23 here on third. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. That's going to set him back 5 yards. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal. Now Brady. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Panther first down.
Carolina.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass.
Oh, and Bridgewater intercepted for the third time. Picked up by Sean Murphy-Bunting. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Brady. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Tom Brady.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
The sack backs him up, 3rd and long. Tough challenge for Brady and the Bucs. On play action, it's Brady. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
11 more.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Troy Pride. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Intercepted by the Panthers. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw it? And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked there by Nick Nelson. And it's a big turnover there on the final play of the quarter. Back now in Tampa. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Watch tight, tight is right. Watch tight, tight is right. Everyone's got 4 down. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
Throwing now is Brady. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Good coverage that time by Malcolm Butler.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the interception by the Bucs D leads to a touchdown. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Makes the score Buccaneers 41, Panthers 12.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
There on the coverage, knocking that one away was Mike Edwards.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Bridgewater again. He's going to loft one, deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And again, it's Bridgewater. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To the air again with Bridgewater. He's going to look deep for more. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Intended for DJ Moore.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Intercepted.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. He's got Evans. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24.
1st down.
Brady to Evans that time. 1st down, Tampa.
10 at the 24-yard line.
Brady now on 1st down. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try to run some clock now with Jones. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory.
To the 48-yard line.
A gain of 3, 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10.
10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. The Super Bowl hero, Malcolm Butler, makes a stop.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
I'm going to come back to you.
To throw, it's Brady. Airing this one out for Evans. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
He's got a first down and then some at midfield. 20, 10, and somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
For the extra point.
But go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That third one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ball game. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the 4th. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It's a 6-yard loss on the play, and it'll be a 2nd and long. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? To put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking, they think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bucs, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the New Orleans Saints. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains, I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They say fall and you let go, but I know I got an antidote to retain some kind of self-control. Look inside my head through a telescope. You erase all the calls from a telephone. No sense of smile, maybe tell a joke. Holding back your tears, singing minimal syllables. Yeah. Look at me, out the asylum. Was a fate or mistake, cause the time ain't up. Yeah, the parts of my mind don't get much love. If you want in my head, come and call me up. You look like a twisted Robin Hood. Yeah, you take from the rich and the poor and us. Wearing diamond shoes while you walk your pugs in a town you create where there ain't no love. Where do I go? Where do I know? Not on the phone. When I'm on my own. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Stop taking, but still got a reflux. I drip out from the socket to a teacup. Drink up inside, look when they peep us. Shoes us in the belly of the beast, but outside there's a war going on your front lawn. Black Hawk, see the red dawn horizon. Blind yet I'm rising, abiding by laws of attraction. My thoughts still rising, thinking what type of knowledge gon' sink in? Life gives you lemons and my only thought is drinking. Thirsty, will I be alive or dead before 30? That's all that concerns me early. Lemonade quenching my instinct on the text in the stage way before they pouring on my grave. Minute Maid, let it set my soul ablaze on each and every way. Put me in the water for the save.
They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. They don't know my name. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade.
Lemonade, lemonade.
Tie me up in chains. I get through the pain. Taste sweet on my face like it's lemonade. Oh. I buy like 23. Won't fall again and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this that new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning teams. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear it when the crowd's